Want to welcome everyone to a special called meeting of Warren County Fiscal Court. Thursday, May 15, 2025 is now called to order. Clerk, please call a roll.
Esquire Aldridge.
Present.
Esquire Lasley.
Yes.
Esquire Cummings.
Here.
Esquire Williams.
Here.
Esquire McWhorter. Esquire Lawrence.
Here.
We have one item on today's agenda, and that's the only thing we'll be speaking about via the special called meeting. But before we get to that item, I'd like to have Neil Downing, DRF, come forward. He's going to talk about a project that we're in the middle of right now. Neil?
Good morning. I'm here representing the team that developed the design for the renovation of the Sugar Maple Square Center. We're bringing the sheriff's office in under one roof. We're developing about 30,000 square feet. It'll have office space, it'll have training centers, it'll have gymnasium, it'll have locker room for the entire department, and it'll also have the public component of where you interface with the sheriff's office in the most delightful way is when you come in and pay your property taxes. We're developing a drive-through area for that. The interior lobby is shown in this rendering on the right. The overall exterior, we intend not only to update, but to shift over and celebrate the colors of our department, as well as representing the blue line, which I hope we all understand how important that is to our society. In terms of the bids, we had 5 qualified bids. They had a range of 23%, and we feel very comfortable in identifying the low bid, and that's Sunbelt Construction. So thank you very much for your efforts on that, and I'd be delighted to take any questions that somebody might have.
Any questions for Neil? Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, our item is item number 2 is accept the lowest bid for Warren County Sheriff's Office and Training Center renovations at Sugar Maple Square from Sunbelt Construction, Inc. in the amount of $2,289,051. Request for bids was advertised according to KRS 45A. 5 bids were received. This was the lowest and best evaluated bid.
Motion.
It's a motion by Squire Lawrence, second by Squire Lasley. Discussion or questions? Please call the roll.
Esquire Aldridge.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Lasley.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Esquire Williams.
Yes.
Esquire Lawrence.
Yes, ma'am.
I first off want to thank the members of Warren County Fiscal Court who want to make the investment in the Warren County infrastructure of government, and by doing this for the Sheriff's Department, this is a monumental day, I believe, for our county going forward about the things that we're going to do and the importance of law enforcement and what our Sheriff's Department does. And so while we've appreciated the patience of our Sheriff's Department, it's operated out of who knows what, 5 or 6 different offices plus closets. And so now we're going to have something I think this community can be very proud of. This is something that is going to be a showpiece, and something I think is and it's also at a great structure, Sugar Maple Square. There's going to be many, many more plans for that will coincide and will complement this investment for the Sheriff's Department. So I'm thankful for the members of Fiscal Court for this action. Mr. Squire Cummings.
I have 2 questions I
Yes.
should ask when I had the opportunity. Start date and completion time.
I'd like to have, I'll tell you what it is, but why don't we hear from Quentin Luttrell, who is the president of Sunbelt Construction, so we can get him on the record for that. I'm playing. Quentin's a great, we appreciate the hard work of Sunbelt. We're excited to work with them on this project, but Quentin?
Our plan is to start as soon as possible. There's some materials in there that are being moved out today by the current tenant, if you will. We'll start the permitting process today as well. Anticipate first week or second week of June starting construction. 180 days from there. We'll have a little brief time when Sheriff's Department has to move, but 180 days.
Yep. As you remember, the Sheriff's Department has some offices immediately to the left of the arch at Sugar Maple. That is going to be redone as well, but they're physically in that. So we're going to start at the far end of the main area where the training and where things are going to be. They're going to completely redo that section. Then Deputy Sheriff's Department move there, then they'll do the other one. So it is also a coordination effort, but that is why we feel confident that Sun Belt will be able to accomplish that and get that done. And then, of course, we'll look forward to very early in 26 having a community celebration, but it is an exciting day for Warren County. It's something just couldn't wait to get here this morning. It's something we have worked on. Again, thank you to the members of Fiscal Court and for looking at our budget, finding out how we can do things and make this community better. But this is an investment in this community, not investment in the Sheriff's Department. This is going to be generationally changing, and I'm excited about that. So, any other questions for Quentin? All right, Sheriff.
Judge, members of the Fiscal Court, I just want to thank you all. I really want to thank you all for your all's vision for this office in the future, building that foundation for what's to come. We talk about it all the time, and a lot of times we're building in different areas, but sometimes we just have to reset our own foundation so that we can encumber those things that are coming in the future. In this here, you and I have had many conversations, and I greatly appreciate it. I know it's something we talked about, and you've never taken your eye off that project. And so it is just with a deep heart that I come to you all this morning and thank you for this, because truly this will be a place that we can take care of this community in a different way. We can ensure that we have the right people, the right place to do the right investigations at all times, in taking care of our victims sometimes within this community in a much more efficient manner, and a lot of times in a more private setting. And so all these things together with our evidence collection, all that, and just how we process crimes is going to be very, very vital to the future of this community. So thank you, Judge. Thank you, members of the Fiscal Court, for this. And so just on behalf of the men and women of the Sheriff's Office, I really do appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sheriff. It's fitting. This is a police week in America, and it's fitting that we're doing this today. That was coincidental as well. I did learn a good lesson. Don't ever do bid openings a day and a half before Fiscal Court. There's no way to get through it. That's why we have a special, hey, still learning. That's why a special court. I want to thank Neil Downing for all the hard work, and Lee Ross Dinwiddie. They have put a monumental amount of time in here. One of the great things they've done is they've dealt with many, many members of the Sheriff's Department to understand the workings, how this works, what's the most efficient thing. And so I am excited for the community to see the finished product, and they'll see potentially a little more efficiency than in the back of our existing building, making things happen. This is a great day. So, all right, any other questions? We have a motion to adjourn by Squire Lawrence. Thank you all for coming. We are adjourned.